I mean, I would die to be able to go back on the Sabrina set and wear those costumes again and be back, because that was it was like my first experience being on a show for that amount of time. And yeah, it holds a really special place in my heart, but all of them do.
We are talking about Electra and The Ritual today, which are two wild but very different
Yeah.
films. So first of all, I need to know, how did you approach preparing for these two really different roles?
It's weird because they are different, but the process of preparing is kind of the same. Whenever I choose to do a role, I am the reason I do it is because I'm drawn towards the person. So I think it just comes from a lot of research and then empathy, which is kind of already there because I chose the role. So there really wasn't like a different process. It was just kind of yeah, I guess I guess it's because I was drawn to them. It kind of came naturally in a weird way.
Yeah. And what specifically about each character drew you to them? They're so obviously different. One of them is possessed, the other one is a photographer, but that wants to be an actress. So what specific thing about each character really drew you in?
Well, both of them were pretty broken women. I think it comes off differently for Lucy and Electra. She's more tough. She's more, you know, needing to survive. And then for Emma, I mean, I just had immense empathy for what this woman was going through. And it just really pulled at my heartstrings. And I just felt the need, yeah, to portray her and give her justice because it was a true story.
Yeah.
So it was really, yeah, very interesting to me.
And I saw that you prepped for 2 weeks before you started filming The Ritual. So
Yeah.
how crucial was that 2 weeks of prep? And how did you, Al Pacino, Dan Stevens, Ashley Greene, and all your other co-stars kind of bond during that 2 week period?
Oh my gosh, it was one, a dream come true because usually you don't get that type of time to prep. And that was really Al's decision. He really pushed for the 2 weeks to really go through the script every single day, find new things, really rehearse, because we were doing so many physical uh, scenes. And so when you're doing that, you can't really improv because everyone kind of has to know what's going on when. So yeah, we just did a lot of blocking, a lot of rehearsal, a lot of just talking through the characters and researching and talking to different priests and understanding. And I think honestly, I'm like so grateful for that time because I think it really made a huge, huge difference.
Yeah, and talk to me about, you mentioned Al Pacino, the legend that he is. Is there a piece of advice that he gave you, or what did you learn from him on set that you are going to continue to take on other sets as you keep working?
Oh, so much, so much. I mean, originally petrified to work with him. I was like, I don't know. Going into it, I was like, asking my director, like, why did you hire me? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. But it was wild because it was like the minute I met him, he was so disarming and so just, I guess, not what I expected working with a legend. He's just so normal and so kind and such a collaborator. And for me, that really stood out because it was just kind of like a aha moment of, oh, this is why you are so successful. This is why you've had the career that you've had, is because you are so gracious and you are so kind and you just care about your art. And it was like the minute I met him, it was just an immediate um, collaboration. And so that stuck with me and something that I really intend to do throughout my career.
I mean, I have to ask you, as a girl who grew up in the 2010s, I watched Twilight. Did you watch Twilight? Did you talk to Ashley Greene at all about her playing Alice in Twilight?
Of course. Yes, I love Twilight. The funny thing is, I knew Ashley beforehand.
Oh,
So she was actually a friend. Yeah. So it was great to work with her and just hang out. And yeah, I'm friends with her husband. She had just had a baby. So it was No, it was like hanging out with, I mean, it was hanging out with a friend. So it just made the process even easier and more wonderful.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about Electra.
Yeah.
It really takes you on a wild journey. I did not know what I was getting myself into, and I was just like the whole time. Um, the scene, there's crazy scenes in this,
Yeah.
from like the dining room scene to you and Maria on the
Yeah.
chair, and then she's
Yeah.
teaching you how to be an actress. Like,
Yeah.
what was the most fun scene to act out in that film?
Probably the scene where she's trying to teach me how to be an actress, because at this point, I mean, Maria and we became so close and such good friends, and she's still a dear friend of mine. Um, that scene was a lot of improv. So it was really, and that's a testament to Hala, our director. She kind of sometimes would just be like, do what you want. Like, let's see what we get. And so that was really fun.
You've had, I mean, your career is still going, but like you've already played such iconic roles. You've been a part of so many beloved series. Like you've played Bloom and Fate, the Winx Saga, Dorcas, and the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. You were also in Redeeming Love. Is there a character that you would love to revisit?
I feel like every one of them, because you get so attached, and then it's like in the moment you're kind of in overdrive because you don't know how it's going to be. You don't know how I suffer, I mean, I feel like a lot of people do, but from like imposter syndrome. So I'm very hard on myself when I'm filming. And then I look back, I'm like, God, that was so wonderful and so fun. I mean, I would die to be able to go back on the Sabrina set and wear those costumes again and be back, because it was like my first experience being on a show for that amount of time. And yeah, it holds a really special place in my heart, but all of them do. You know, they they become a part of you. So, and then you look back on it with so much nostalgia. So yeah, I can't really choose one, to be honest.
Sabrina was such a good show. I mean, they all were, but like that show was such a part of pop culture too, and it was just so on the pulse. And I felt like the cast had a great bond. Is that
Yeah.
group chat still active? Or I mean, I'm sure you guys are all really busy and you guys, your careers are continuing to grow, but is that group chat still active? Are you all still friends?
So, yes, we're all still, honestly, I'm like, I think about it all the time. I'm like, it is wild because that doesn't always happen. It is wild, the bond that we all had and have. I mean, I mean, they're some of my best friends, and I'll see them and we'll just, yeah, I mean, it goes further than just being friends. It becomes like family to you, and you just know that they're going to be in your life for the rest of your life. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I love them, and they're near and dear to my heart.
Oh, I love to hear it. Also, I have
Yeah.
to ask about Fate the Wing Saga. When looking back at your time filming that show, is there a specific memory that just sticks out to you that you're like, oh, that was such a good time?
I mean, all of it. We were also really close too. Again, you go through so much together. Just kind of the unknowns of like, is this gonna stick? Is this not? You know, we're finally on a job. Um, and yeah, I mean, all of it. We were so close. We would all hang out after set and on the weekends. And yeah, I think truthfully, I mean, all of it. I'm like, yeah.
I love it. Okay, well, before we wrap up, we love to do fashion flashbacks here at Access Hollywood.
Oh God.
You've had some great looks. So
Okay.
I would love for you to just, I'll show you the picture and then you tell me the vibe, a good memory you had when you were wearing it. Just break down the look. So the
Oh
first one,
God. Okay.
I swear they're all good.
Okay. Okay.
The first
Like
one,
there have been. Oh
this is
yeah.
good. This is
Okay.
good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was in 2020. That was in my house in Florida. Um, I We were doing virtual press. So I got all these looks sent, and then I had to do photos in them, because usually when you go and you do press in person, you'll end up, they can see the whole outfit and stuff. So I had to do my own. My mom was taking that on an iPhone. So
I
yeah.
love it. I love that
Yeah.
your mom was helping you. I love that.
I was like, Mom, no, not that way. It was
Yeah, the
horrible.
lighting's not
Yeah.
good. The angle,
Yeah.
mom. Yeah, I
Outfit
get
was fun. Yeah. The taking of the photo was not.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, this photo, bring it back to Sabrina. What
That
was
was,
the best part of like twinning with your friends?
oh my God, it was amazing. That was actually a photo in a fitting. I think that was the first time we actually put those dresses on. So that's a really nostalgic photo for me.
Do you have a favorite memory with the three of them on set, or favorite scene that you guys all shot together?
Yeah, we had to do this spell that was in full Latin, and we all had to like always sync up and do it at the same time. So Addie and Tati both speak a few different languages. I do not, and I'm horrible at it. So I was the one messing up, and we would just start cracking up in the middle of it because I could not get this Latin like it was horrible. So eventually it got to the point where I was just mouthing it and watching them say it. And I think I had to go back in ADR and and add in and read. But yeah, it was but they're literally like my sisters in real life. They're like my best friends. So they had my back in it, and they were eventually like, Abby, just freaking just mouth it. We got it. I was like, okay, sorry. Yeah.
I have to go back and watch that scene now. I love it. I love it. Okay, Guy Fieri. I mean, how was it transforming into this icon, Flavortown?
Here's the thing. I decided I was going to be Guy Fieri for Halloween, take everyone to Flavortown. And the day of, I had like the whole thing, and I went, you know what? Halloween also, aren't you supposed to be sexy? So I went, okay, I'm gonna be sexy Guy Fieri. And so I opened up my top, I wore a little bralette, and then I put money in the bra. I had a money gun too.
Yeah, the money gun is
yeah, the money gun.
sexy.
Yeah. So it broke. It wasn't working. So then I decided, I was like, well, what would sexy Guy Fieri do? Put it in a bra, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a time.